All right, guys. This is, I guess, our first video of the year. I'm just going to quickly walk you through our Google Classroom and our syllabus, and we'll talk in class about this as well. But I know I'm not going to see some of the people who are fully remote, so we need to be on the same page with this. So, I guess first of all, our Google Classroom. One thing I want to show everybody, if you don't have it done yet, if you go down to your settings, you can turn your email notifications off or on. You're going to get a lot of notifications this year, so I would probably turn them off. If you're doing this stuff on your phone, or if you have the app on your phone, I would probably turn notifications on that way. But unless you want like all this email cluttering your inbox, I would probably just turn email notifications off in general. But make sure you're keeping up to date on what we're doing. All right, so modeling with Algebra 2. This is really important right at the top. I put it here so we'll have it there all year. This is my Zoom, my personal Zoom room. So we are going to be live streaming some during class. So for the people who are either not live that day, if it's your remote day, or if you're fully remote, you do need to keep an eye on our schedule. We'll get better with this as we go. But you are expected to be available for our class. And I know it's first period, but you and all your teachers are expecting you to be working, to be online, to be doing something during our class session. So we have first periods. That means, you're not gonna be able to turn in work at 12, 1, 2 a.m. like you guys were, some of you last year during this online thing. Okay, you can also type this tiny URL in, bookmark it. So whenever I'm asking you to do a live Zoom with me, you can go right there and that will take you right to our Zoom room. Okay, so that's the first really big important thing. I am going to ask you guys to be live sometimes during our first period class, or you will be asked to submit some work by the end of our period, which I think ends at 9:07. So be aware of that. This is not last year where you can, turn stuff in at 4 a.m. and expect to get credit for it. Okay? On our stream, just like always, this is where announcements will be. This is where, we'll do some posting. We're going to share videos. We're going to share slideshows with each other. We're going to share projects with each other. So this is where we'll do that. We'll put it right on this class stream so we can see what your classmates are working on. All right, that was a big problem for me last year. I felt like I was kind of on my own on an island, and I lost that sense of like being in a classroom community. So this year we're going to be trying to do a little bit more of that. I am, at least. All right, so this is where announcements will go. You guys know how this works. In your classwork, I've already posted our syllabus. I'm going to talk to you about that in a second. This is where your homework assignments will go. This is where class notes will go. But I think you guys probably have the hang of that. Under people, you will see everybody who is in our class. So that's where you can connect with people. You can get their emails. We are going to be doing a lot of work outside of school with group members, whether it's sharing a Google Doc, sharing a slideshow. So you need to be, comfortable with everybody. You need to feel like this is our little community. All right. Syllabus, I will let you guys read through this on your own partially, but I do want to talk about some important things. Let me zoom in a little bit for you. My email, my Zoom ID is there again. The Wednesday office hours, I know you guys don't have an official class day those days, but this is going to be time for us to catch up, to ask questions. Definitely a time I will be in touch with the fully remote students. So the math department, our time is from 10:05 to 11:10. So we will probably set up a more specific time within that window for you guys to Zoom in with me, but we are going to be using that time to kind of get some catch up done. All right, first big thing, and this is going to be in the survey I'm giving you as well the first day of class. We can kind of do what we want. There's no regents at the end of this year, which is awesome. All right, we don't have to go like a million miles an hour, learn every little tiny thing there is to know about Algebra 2. We're going to learn some challenging things, but we can kind of build it around things you guys are interested in and things that you are passionate about. So, I coach baseball. I like baseball. We can talk about stats, using some baseball statistics. Something people were interested in were how much money baseball players make. So we looked at that. We looked at personal finance last year, buying a car, getting a mortgage, history people. We did a little unit on Amelia Earhart and how her plane disappeared over the Atlantic Ocean. So keep in mind things that you love, and we can work together with that to come up with a math curriculum based around it. All right, so keep that in mind. Classroom structure. A lot of what I've done in this class is kind of based on in-class projects, like I just mentioned, discussions, things we do as a group. So it's going to be a little different this year. It's going to be challenging. I'm still trying to figure out exactly how to do it best. But the in-class time is going to be really important. And then the people who are remote, it is going to be important for you to be active with us. Otherwise, you're not going to get everything out of this class. You're going to feel lost. You're going to feel isolated. All right, you do need to be a part of our class. BD days, first period. Okay. So that's something I'm going to be very strict about, and you're going to get graded on your attendance. I think all your teachers are going to be in the same boat. You're going to be graded on your presence in class. We're also going to be doing some videos at home. Anyone who's had me in the past, you are used to that. So there will be days your homework assignment will be to watch a video, and then during our class time, we'll be using the skills from that video to either work on some problems, to do an activity, things like that. All right, so we'll get the hang of that more as we go, but be prepared for that. If you need access to a device or a Chromebook at home, please let me know. All right, that's something that you're going to really need this year. All right, supplies. If you need a calculator, let me know. I can sign one out for you. Grading, I already mentioned that. You guys can look through that part on your own. But there's not going to be really big official tests this year. A lot of your grades will be on projects, collaborations. Let me pause for a second for that to stop. All right, Mr. Gasparini's done. So yeah, the grading, it's going to be different this year again. I'm not going to give you tons of big tests, if any, but you are going to be asked to produce some good work, slideshows, group presentations, projects, graphs, things like that. Okay, so I know I mentioned this, but this is critical. If it's a remote day, you are expected to be there at that time, okay? Whether it's a Zoom, whether it's doing an assignment and posting it onto Classroom, we'll talk about that. Online etiquette, you guys have probably done enough Zooms now. Mute yourself. I would love to see your face. I get it if you'd rather not show your room in the background. You can put those little fake backgrounds in. But I want to see you. I don't think you should be pointing the camera up at your ceiling. And, I want to see that you're present. I want to see that you're engaged. And I get it once in a while if you don't want to, if you're having a bad hair day or whatever, that's understandable. But I think, we're a little family here. We're a community. I would love to see your face when we're doing our Zoom. So make sure it's working. Test your equipment. Let me know if it's not. We're probably all pretty comfortable with that Zooming right now, but at this point. Expectations, do your best, be on time. Let me know, guys, what's giving you trouble. If I'm going too fast, if I'm going too slow, if I'm giving you too much work or not enough work. If you just feel overwhelmed, if you feel like your mental health is suffering because of all this, please just be open and honest with me. Let me know. This is a struggle for me too. I'm figuring this out as we go. All right, so please be honest with me. And on that same note, I do think I'm going to try this little learning group. Well, not little. It's an important idea, I think. I already mentioned this, but I felt alone last spring. So what I'm going to do is put you guys into little groups of 2 or 3, based on your class days. And I want those group members, and they'll change frequently, but I want those group members to be someone you can talk to about things that are giving you trouble, in class, out of class, whatever. If you say, I didn't get what Mr. Klemper did on number 5 on the homework last night, text your learning group partner, FaceTime them, Zoom with them, use them as a resource, if you want to social distance and go meet somewhere. You will be doing some projects with these people. These will be your groups for, like our personal finance activity on getting buying a car. These will be your group members to do some research with, to plan with, to produce some work to show the class. And that way you don't feel so isolated, you don't feel so alone. All right, it's nice always having someone to talk to about this. I've been talking with other math teachers a ton about what we're going to do this year. So I want you guys to take advantage of those learning groups. All right, use it as like just an ear to talk to, if you're having trouble with anything. All right, and then my biggest thing you'll see when you come into my room is I really believe in the growth mindset. All right, your brain is a muscle. It's scientifically proven your brain can grow, it can change, it can get stronger, it can create new pathways. So if you're having trouble with math, you can work at it. I always hate when people say, "Oh, I'm a math person," or "I'm not a math person." You can get better, whether you're starting, up here or if you're starting down here. You can always improve. So all I ask this year is that you work hard, you do the best of your ability. It might not be the same as other people's ability, but you can work at it. All right. And then please let me know if you need anything, whether it's a Chromebook, a calculator, just feeling overwhelmed. Please let me know. All right. I promise we're all in this together. This is new for everybody. So we'll get there. All right. I'm really looking forward to seeing everybody. I hope you have a good, well, I'm recording it before the weekend, so I hope you have a good weekend, but you'll be watching this on Tuesday. So I'll see you in class. Bye.